Hey viewer, whoever you are, I just want to talk about anger and rage. I just had a horrible fight with Emma over nothing really, over just my bad temper. I see it now and it just makes me feel ashamed, and she was sobbing and I was just being horrible to her just because I was angry. I thought I had a point that I needed to get across, and you know, that's all that mattered, so I just kept on. I mean, I'm really good at fighting, I'm really good at arguments, which is not something I should pride myself in, and unless I was a lawyer, you know, and I'm not. She's been ill, you see, and I've been really worried. It's a recurring thing, and it scares me. It scares me from a purely selfish way. It scares me. What will I do without her, you know? She's my life and my world, so what would I do? And yeah, so we always have this fight, you know, when she's ill. I hate it when she's ill. I look after her in a way that I think is a good way, but it's not the way that she needs. She needs to be me to be kissing her and cuddling her and holding her hand all the time, but to me I need to be making sure she's taking tablets, you know, and planning painkillers and making sure she has enough fluids and stuff like that. I don't think in the pleasant ways. I just think purely logically, I guess, or maybe not, you know, ADHD wise, maybe that, I don't know. So I just get frustrated because to me it feels like she won't help herself. Yesterday, you know, she's only taking paracetamol, and I said to her at one point, you know, do you need some tablets? And she went, well, yeah, but I can only take them at these intervals, so I've got about 20 minutes before I can take one. And it just annoyed me because I thought, you know, if you're in pain, what's 20 minutes? Just take them now. You can't be in that much pain, you know. I just don't. I just see it in a black and white way, and I get really frustrated. And it just came to her head today. I thought she should have called the doctor again, because although she's been on antibiotics for a few days and it has got slightly better, she still feels terrible, and I just want her to get better. So I you know, was moaning at her, and I ended up screaming. I'm just like a 51-year-old 6'5" twat child who just had a temper tantrum, and that's what I did. It was all about me. It was like the Carl show. I strut around and waved my arms around, and at one point she said to me, I wish there was a fly on the wall that you could watch this back, because you'll be so embarrassed. And she was right. At the time she wasn't. At the time I was just thinking, you know, but yeah, when that frustration and that anger subsides, yeah, I'm totally embarrassed. It's like pathetic. It's not a way I should act. And when I try and think of why I act that way, where it comes from, it is massive anger and rage. But it's born from frustration, because just things aren't going the way I think they should go, or the way I want them to go. I think I'm so logical, I've got everything mapped out and planned. It needs to be this way because it's the most efficient way, it's the way it should be. And when it doesn't go that way, you know, it annoys me. And if it keeps not going that way, that's just it. And it's always been that way. It's always been that way. And now I just want to sit, you know, and I've had that frenzy. I just need to sit and stare at the wall for about 6 hours. It's hard to now go back, just go back to normal. I can't go back to normal for the rest of the day. I need to sit and stare, you know. I can't just forget. Emma says, you know, it's over now, let's just forget it. I can't. It's not that I want to hold on to it. I don't want to hold a grudge. It's not that I need to have it to hold on to. I just literally can't just forget it. I can't just. My ex-wife used to do that. We'd have a fight and she'd be like, click, okay, it's over, it's done, let's move on. I couldn't do that. I wish I could. I know now that I'm never going to be able to do that. I just feel like I am a massive dick. I just, I should be saying this to Emma. But amazing person that she is, she's gone out to work because she doesn't want to let anyone down. I mean, that was part of the problem. Let people down. Your health is more important. I just go about it the wrong way. So here I am on my own again. Keep the house tidy. Try and do some work to prep for this weekend. And think about what a twat I am.